Have you wondered how multi-million brands are built? Every multi-million brand builders uses one unique style, which is what I call the billionaire styles. So today, I'll be sharing with you the billionaire styles for building a personal real value. Sit up for some great insights. The billionaire styles for building a personal real value. It is important that we understand first thing first. It's absurd that majority do not understand that they were designed for daily progress. Human being is the only thing that God created to be progressively productive. This means your today should be better than yesterday. This week should be better than last week. This month should be better than last month. This year should be better than last year. As a matter of fact, this decade should be better than last decade. This glorious advancement nature of a man was confirmed from the book of the Bible, saying the path of the just is as a shining light that shineth more and more unto a perfect day. This is the reason why you give birth to a child grows. And even when you think that the height of a person has stopped growing as an adult, the body cells are still growing. And that validates the fact that you were designed for daily progress. And if by any reason, this daily progressive nature of a man is not reflecting in your personal life, it's not reflecting in some or every area of your life, that means there is something you need to update. That is why I'll be focusing on updating your real value through building a priceless personal brand. Updating your real value through building a priceless personal brand. It is possible to build a bigger, powerful, and a successful personal brand that you can ever imagine. How do you build a priceless personal brand? Before going into detail on how personal brands are built, it's good we understand what brand is all about. What is a brand? A brand is simply a symbolic identity represented by a name or logo indicating a particular product or services. But for the purpose of this video, I would like to go with one definition given by one of my mentors, Myron, and he said that a brand is a name that reminds you of a story that you would like to see yourself in. A brand, a name that reminds you of a story that you would like to see yourself in. Going by this beautiful definition, and if brand is a name that reminds you of a story that you would like to see yourself in, I'm pretty sure that you want to see yourself in some kind of pretty good brands. And if there are good brands, there are also bad brands. So bad brand will be a name that will remind you of a story that you would not like to see yourself in. It's unfortunate that majority do not understand the importance of building brand, and as such think it's a total waste of time. Branding is one of the best things anyone can give to himself if only you understand the priceless value. Before, I used to think that people do branding because they do not understand sales and marketing. But I later got to understand that people emphasis is on sales and marketing simply because they do not understand branding. How do you build a priceless personal brand? In building a priceless personal brand, you need to build a name that will remind people of a story that they would like to see themselves in. And if building a premium personal brand is your desire, then your goal will be to build a name that will remind people of the story of a very good story they would like to see themselves in. Branding gives you influence that money cannot buy. Let me give this illustration. Before, I used to be a network marketer. And one of the key components to succeed as a network marketer is to be a man that people say yes to. People, many a times, people do not say yes to you in network marketing, possibly because of the product or compensation plan. People say yes to you because you are a man that people say yes to. That reminds me sometime in 2018 when I was to join the promotion of a product. After attending the seminar, I came back. The very first friend I communicated that to released the sum of $3,000 that same day. This was not because the compensation plan was so beautiful or the product was so amazing. It was because of the brand picture of me that has been painted before him in the past. Branding gives you influence that money cannot buy. Now the question is, how do you become a man that people say yes to regardless the opportunity? Now to become a man that people say yes to, you have to be a man of your word. You have to be a man of integrity. What's integrity? Integrity is simply trustworthiness, keeping your word. When you tell somebody you want to do something, go beyond the excuses of not doing things. Do it, even if it costs you money. Do it, even if it conveniences you. Do it, even if it costs you time. By all means, keep your word. And the greatest brand of all time is Jesus. And how did he do that? In the book of John 1:1, he said, in the beginning was the word was with God, and the word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him. Without him was not anything made that was made. Verse 14 is the emphasis. Say, and the word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory. What do we learn from here? Until your word becomes you, you cannot dwell among the people you gave it to. That is why you give somebody your word. When they are looking for you to fulfill your word, you are nowhere to be found. You start hiding. And when you have something of value to present to them, you can't find them because you couldn't deliver your word when you gave it to them. You discuss business with somebody, and for any reason you cannot deliver, return back to them. Let them know the new terms. Even if it means refunding their money, do it. It is said that a good name is better to be taken than great riches. Reputation is very hard to build, but extremely easy to destroy. That is the brand. What is the billionaire style for building a personal real value? The billionaire style for building a personal real value is through building a priceless personal brand. And how do you build a priceless personal brand? You build a priceless personal brand by becoming a man that people say yes to. How do you become a man that people say yes to? You become a man that people say yes to by becoming a man of integrity, a man of your word. And being a man of integrity makes you a man of influence. And one unique thing about people of influence is that they don't render the sparks on themselves, but they render the sparks on other people. And that makes you a man of impact. So the billionaire style for building a personal real value is through building a priceless personal brand, which makes you a man of impact. I wish you can apply this principle, this style in your business and personal life and see how, and see the transformative change it will bring to you. Thank you and hope to see you in our next video.